What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman here for Stokastic.com, back again with the NBA DFS contenders on FanDuel for Tuesday, November 29th. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comments section who are your favorite plays for this slate. 3-gamer, it's kind of weird. Who's the guy that you're going to need to have that nobody's talking about? And finally, I got to talk about BetMGM. They are the sponsor of this video. If you click the link in the description, you got to be in a legal sports betting state. You got to be new to BetMGM. Click that link, put down $10 on any World Cup game. My recommendation, use the United States today. I think that's going to be your easiest bet. If you do that, you're going to get $200 in free bets from BetMGM. That's the easiest deal you're ever going to have. Make sure you're taking advantage right now. We're going to round out the bottom of my top 10 with RJ Barrett, Yusuf Nurkic, Anthony Simons, Marcus Morris, and Bojan Bogdanovic on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It's time to find out. First up at number 5, I'm going Reggie Jackson. Trust me, I don't like it. Point guard eligible, 5,500, projected for 28. The goal's 37. He's in the optimal lineup 33% of the time. So the Clippers are without Paul George. They're without Kawhi Leonard. They're without Luke Kennard. And today, for the first time in a couple games, they're also without John Wall. They only have 9 guys available and active on the roster. Keep an eye out just in case they bring somebody up from the G League. But for right now, they just have a ton of minutes to go around and not a lot of guys to do it. In particular, not a lot of guys that fit Reggie Jackson's skill set of distributing the ball and being a point guard. 30 minutes here for Reggie Jackson. He could play significantly more, and I wouldn't be surprised. He's around a 0.9 fantasy point per minute guy in this spot. 23% usage, 13.5 points, 6.5 boards, 6.5 assists, 3 boards. Maybe you get a stock. It's a massive pace down spot against Portland, but it's a 3-game slate. None of that really matters all that much. It should be competitive as well. It's a 3.5 point line. All 3 games should be relatively competitive today. That is helpful. I love getting to the Clippers just in general. They scare me, but Reggie Jackson looks pretty good. Same game, different team at number 4. That's Justice Winslow. Small forward eligibility, 5,200, projected for 29. The goal's 36. He's in the optimal lineup 35% of the time. The Blazers are playing a very firm 9-man rotation right now, and there's not a lot of wiggle room. So in a competitive game with no injuries, you're getting 32 plus minutes out of Justice Winslow. It's a 0.88 fantasy point per minute guy. He's the de facto point guard of this team with no Damian Lillard out there. I know it seems like it's Simons, but it's really Winslow that gets the assists. 10 points, 6.5 boards, 5 assists, 2 stocks. He does a little bit of everything. Really love the upside. Wish he had a different position, not just like something other than small forward, but I wish he had the MPE because this is a guy that plays all 5 positions. It's kind of silly that he doesn't. It's a slight pace down spot against the Clippers. It's just a slow matchup in general, but competitive, playing 30-something minutes. As long as he doesn't get hurt and as long as he doesn't get into any sort of foul trouble, as long as this isn't a blowout. If this is just a normal game where your starters play your starter minutes, he's one of the best point per dollar plays you'll find. At number 3, we go to New York for Julius Randle. Power forward center eligible, 7,800, projected for 37. The goal is 49. He is in the optimal lineup 35% of the time. Randle's playing like 34 minutes a game right now. He's not getting run into the ground like Tibbs used to do. He's a 1.1 fantasy point per minute dude, 26% usage. Basically a double-double every night, 20 points, 9.5 boards. You get 3.5 assists and a stock. The real appeal here for Julius Randle, it's a pace neutral spot, but it's the Pistons. Now, their main best player, Cade Cunningham, is already out. Their other 4 starters are all questionable today. Julius Randle's in a great spot because it's not like Marvin Bagley's any good defensively, and then there's not really anybody else out there that's really set up to guard Julius Randle. This could be a big spot because facing the Pistons is just generally a nice time. You get power forward center for Randle as well, so you get that added flexibility. He's in a really nice spot today. In at number 2 is shooting guard small forward eligible Amir Coffey, 3,900, so just 400 above the minimum. Projected for 23, the goal's 29.5. He's in the optimal lineup 35% of the time. This is a place where fantasy points go to die. I got him at a 0.7 guy. That's not great, but I think he has to play 30 plus minutes and upwards of 36 in this one. I gave him 31, 17% usage. It's 12 points, 3.5 boards, 3.5 assists, and a stock. Again, we're back to the Clippers here, but Great flexibility between shooting guard and small forward. And there's not a lot of opportunities yet to aggressively pay down. And you're going to need to aggressively pay down if you want to get to my number one contender. Now, before we get to that number one contender, one last reminder, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Head to Twitter and follow me at Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comments section, who am I missing? Who's the linchpin to this slate? And finally, I need you guys to go check out BetMGM, link in the description. This one's very easy. My number one contender is Luka Doncic. He's point guard, shooting guard eligible, 12K, projected for 61. The goal is 70. He's in the optimal lineup 51% of the time. I have his raw points median projection like 15 points higher than anybody else on this slate. It's really hard. Like half of the time, Luka Doncic is just in the optimal lineup because he had a median performance. That's really tough to overcome on a 3-gamer. I gave him 37 minutes. It's a massive pace up spot against Golden State. He's a 1.65 fantasy point per minute guy, projecting for what amounts to a triple-double. 37% usage, 34 real points, 10 rebounds, and 9 assists. I mean, that's just a massive line. Two stocks, too. The real key part here, Golden State Warriors are, it's a 1-point line. They're Dallas Mavericks. I'm mumbling through this because Luka's got me all tripped up. Look at the optimal odds. 51% for Luka, 35 at the number 2 spot. It's just the no-brainer play for today on FanDuel. It should be competitive. The Mavs have lost 4 straight. You assume that they want to break that streak. What's not to like here? This won't be a controversial opinion at all. Play a lot of Luka Doncic. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on FanDuel for Tuesday, November 29th. DraftKings version's around here somewhere, so check it out. Good luck tonight, everybody. Win that money. We are back again tomorrow morning for another edition of the Contenders.